mess it up. Hey, Brittany. Let me know. Can you hear me okay? Okay, let's see if I can get this loaded on my iPad. Hey, Britt. Sorry, I was trying to get things finished setting up. First day of summer break. Things are a little hectic here, but that's all right. That's what we be doing, and we handle it. We handle it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, last week I was able to or week before last, I was able to have my Facebook Live open and my YouTube. So I'm wondering if I can accomplish that again this live. We'll see. It is so hot in my nail room that I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the height of summer. Trying to see if I can have both of these open. All right. I can kind of see stuff. All right. I don't really care about what's going on my screen so much. I want to see chat. Just in case anybody pops in, wants to hang out with us. That could happen. I know I forgot to drop the YouTube link into Dip Goddesses. What are you gonna do? Whee! Nope. I just closed that. I did not mean to close that. What is happening? What is happening? All right. Is my iPad not like the most user-friendly device in the world? Normally I can have both things open, so I don't know what's happening. Oh well. Oh well. Our high was 86, I think. So not as high as it was yesterday, but still enough, I guess, to make my back room unpleasant. There's all kinds of buttons and things on here. I don't understand what's happening. No, I don't want to create a clip. I would like to just watch the video, but smaller. Why can't that be a thing? I just want to watch the video, but smaller. Oi. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Just gonna have to go back and forth, I guess, between YouTube and Facebook. Not that I've got a ton of people anywhere, either places. So I do, for sure. We were gonna get it when my niece lived here, and she kept saying, no, it'll take up too much room, so we just never did. Ugh. I mean, it's not like she was right. It definitely would take up a lot of room, but you know, some sacrifices have to be made no matter what, especially if it's so hot. All right. Phew. So I think today I'm actually going to do my set on press-on stands. I'm still having kind of an allergic reaction. I'm trying to let it heal. My doctor thinks it might be to actual like acrylic. So we're hoping that's not the case. But I am going to be kind of trying to take it easy on how many times a week I expose myself. Thanks, Britt. Appreciate that. Mish is usually my YouTube Dip Goddess watcher, but yeah, no, she's out today. She's gonna be having some fun in Vegas. Lucky lady. So let's see. View the chat. Yeah, I just want to show the chat. No, all right, whatever. So this is my preferred press-on stand that I like to use, mostly because I like how tall the actual stands are. For me, that seems to work better. You know, I can go back and forth on what I use to put it in the light. It doesn't matter quite as much. Here's one of my reject press-on stands that I made. I was playing with the magnets, and I thought magnets would be the way to go, but it ended up not all magnets stick to all other magnets. So it was just easier to go ahead and buy little steel plates to put instead. See? Yeah, so however these magnets are facing, it does not want to play nice. So now I know. And the next press-on stands I made with the little steel thingies. I finally found them on Amazon. It took me weeks to find the right listing, but I eventually did. So if you want your own custom press-on stand made of resin, I can do that. But here's what I'll use. That's it. That's what I do, Britt. I read and I know things. It's about the explanation of my life. So. Let's see. How is the lighting? I've got like 5 million lights on. It might be another reason why it's so hot back here. I had a terrible misfortune when I was taking photographs. I apparently spilled my Madame Glam Blossom Gel and I didn't notice. And I've had a migraine all day, so I did not come back to my back room and prep like I normally do. So now I have a puddle of Blossom Gel at the back of my desk. So I don't love that. It's going to be a fun mess to clean up. So for now, I'm just going to press down a paper towel and hope it helps. Put on some gloves. Put on some gloves, save my skin. So yeah, so that's the reaction I'm having. And it's on the fingers where like I either hold the file or like manipulate dip with. So that's why we're suspicious it's my acrylic. I'm still waiting on the allergy clinic to call me. They were supposed to call to set up the appointment. I called them. Their voicemails were full, so I couldn't leave one. Aw, thanks, Britt. All right. And then I've got one of these little guys just for the heck all. Picked it up on my last Temu haul. So I think we're going to do coffins. Yeah, playing phone tag. It's problematic because I play phone tag with Kieran's doctors and my doctors. So, you know, so many doctors. All right. My name is Brandis, aka BdazzldNails, here, there, and everywhere. We're going to be doing a dip powder set using Lift Your Spirit dips. Probably from the Encanto collection. Kind of feeling the Abuela and the Miracle. I don't know. We'll look at those again. But that's where my mind is kind of pointing me. Or my fave, always, Isabella. Anything purple, we know makes me happy. Let's see. I still have Bruno. I haven't used Bruno. Could just do a flat green with Bruno and the Vision. No. Oh, Isabella with healing. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. Maybe we'll do... I don't have a perfect nude from LYS yet. Still hunting. I got close. I don't know where it went. I had Saddle Up and Alluring Maidens, like, are kind of close. I did get Casita. I did. Casita is beautiful. So, let's see. We have Casita, which is this fun, hot pink glitter with blue and pink iridescence. That's an idea. Let me grab Abuela. Yeah. Migraines don't leave a lot of room in my brain for a lot of creativity. So that's Abuela and Casita. Here's Isabella. And then that's what pulled out the Miracle. So where did I do with that? I forget. Is something new the thermal? I could do something new in Casita. No, something new is just pink, I think. Okay. Oh, something new in Isabella. That's kind of a vibe. All right. I'm gonna go pink and purple again. Or pink, purple, or Casita. Yeah, we'll pull out Casita. Let's see. Do. Hey, Kirsten. Hi, Patty. Sorry I missed you guys popping into the chat. It's not letting me do both at the same time. So I am chit-chatting with Britt on Facebook and you guys over here. So hello. We are choosing colors. I think this is where I'm leaning. What do we think? I've got these colors here. My live is stuck. What's going on? Whoop. There we go. You cannot see. That is what's happening. So I'm going to zoom back out a smidgy smidge. if that fixes it. There we go. That's better. You guys can see my Rolling Stones t-shirt. I'm a vibe today. That's it. I'm a vibe. Patty says hi, Britt. All right. So this is the direction I'm pulling. These go together really great. Something new in casita. But I really like... maybe I'm just going to use Isabella as like a one color. That might be what I have to do. All right. I'm going to go casita and something new. So that's what we have here. Trying to build myself a little frame for where I am on screen for YouTube and I am on screen for Facebook Live. I had it all framed out before, but then I had to move a bunch of stuff because I was filming a lot of videos. So I have been a busy bee. All right, so actually let me take my glove back off so I can measure. So this is how I do my press-ons. I will measure to my hand and then I will put them on the stand to do. Okay, so let's see. Yep, my thumb is like a... It depends. Depends on the day what size my thumb is. Too big. These are very flat. Here we go. So there's my thumb. Here is my middle finger. And then my ring and my pinky, I think, in this brand. So this is the Gaoy, Gaoy brand, Patty, that I was talking about this morning. So they are a very low curve. They're very flat, and they're very thin. My pinky is the smallest size, which is funny. There's my index. All right. So yeah, so in this brand, I wear, let's see, what sizes do I wear? I wear a 5 on my thumb, a 8 on my middle finger, wait, is that an 8? Yeah. Wait. Maybe maybe. Is that really it? No, it's slightly bigger, so it's got to be, no, they're the same size. So yeah, so technically, so on this finger hand, my ring finger is almost the same. It can kind of go between the 3, but generally it's the same size as my index, but in this brand, they both work pretty well. So I do an 8 for the middle and the ring, and then this is the size 9 for my index. So that would make sense. So normally I would think I would be a 7 on my middle. Let me double check. Let me double check that. Ooh, but yeah, it goes between 8 and 7 on my middle for this brand. So one thing I like about the après tips, this is just much easier to see the number. I'm old. My eyes don't like tiny, tiny things. Where is the 7? What the heck? Well, actually, here. I'm going to use the 9.5 and I'll use the 9 on my ring. There we go. That'll be less bulky. So my ideal when I'm using press-ons is to have the best fit because dip makes them look thicker. So I want them to be as tight and small as possible. And my pinky is 11, is a size 11. So because dip will add a decent amount of thickness to them. And if you make sure they are very tight fitting as a press-on, they will look more natural and less chunky. But that also means that you have to maybe re-examine the sticky tabs you're using for keeping the press-ons on. Because that can add a lot of bulk to your natural nail, and that'll actually lift the press-on higher up. It's not a great look if they are too high or too thick. So I will use either museum sticky tabs to put my tips on my press-on stands, or because these are cheaper, I will use just press-on stickies. And I just cut them because they are too big and they catch and get dip. And if the dip powder gets on the press-on tab, it can make them not sticky anymore and fall off. So I want them to stay nice and on my stands so I can, you know, do my nails without too much hassle. I am a filer. I like to file. I like to hand file. And sometimes that can be a little harder on press-on stands. So, you know, if I was just doing gel sets, no big deal. But dip, unless you're doing gel method, frequently needs to be filed. But since I'm not doing these on my fingers, we might do gel method. At least gel method. At least builder gel top coat for the glitter. I might not use clear tonight because why not? I don't have to. I don't have to. All right. So the tiniest one I'm going to put with the pinky nail because it will interfere the least. I like to put my press-ons in the middle of the stand, in the middle of the nail. Gives me the best amount of stabilization while I'm working on them. So this is what I was doing last night. I did a set of color block press-ons last night on the couch at 10 o'clock at night. So that was interesting. I've had migraines the last couple days, and I don't know if it's from the heat, one of my medications, that time of the month, who knows. I've taken my meds. I've been doing pretty good. You're not a fan, Patty? Yes. Okay, tell me why you're not a fan of doing press-ons. Let me know. We'll see if it's the same reasons. It's not my favorite. I ultimately prefer to do press-ons on my fingers. But if I have allergies, that's not going to be a thing for a while. I got to give my body time to calm down. And I have a very, very busy couple of months coming up. So I'm in another Bridgerton collab, so I've got to do another Bridgerton set. So I got to figure that out. I think I'm going to go with the purple. Ooh, Isabella might be perfect for that. So I might save Isabella and another purple to go with my Bridgerton set. But I have to get done by the 10th. So time is a-creeping. Time is a-creeping. We're moving along. All right. Get my dip liquids. Boop. Fought with the sticky tabs and hard to file. Yes, those are the same reasons that I struggle. yeah, so these tips might help you, Patty. The sticky tabs, cut them smaller so you can keep them centered. These press-on stands I got on Temu. They're my favorite ones ever. They are slightly taller than your standard stand, which I love. Here's a standard stand. There's 1/2 even taller. So I find that that makes filing easier with them being a little taller. They are skinnier, which also makes it a little bit easier to file. Holding on to them, they are a little smaller, so it is a little harder to hold on to the actual stand to some degree. But then you can just use one of these. You could have me make you one. And then you just hold on to this. And so kind of the thought. So those might help. I hope that helps. We're just gonna put this up here to park my dip. Okay. I want to say these are DGAOY. But I found that the Ilissa and the GAOY Brit are very similar, shall we say. I think the AILLSA brand, Elsa, who knows, that they have a larger variety of sizes. So, and the Gao go longer. So like their stilettos are very, very deadly. Okay. I meant to bring my tape so I could do a color block mani, but I don't see my tape in here now. Thought I brought it in here. It's not in my pocket. Duh-oh. Duh-oh. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see. Wanted to see how Casita looks over something new real quick. See if they fight each other, complement each other. Which or what? All right. Ugh. So when I wonder about a glitter and I want to see what it's going to look like over a particular other color, I just go ahead and I make another swatch stick and then I label it with both color names so that I know for the future. Because if I wonder once, I'm probably going to wonder again. So I might as well write down the answer and keep it around. That's my quick way to dip swatch. Boop. You get two sides done at once. Let me get my dip boats. Boy. All right. Got my boats. Got my nails. Nearly there. Okay. So Casita is a primarily blue. Eee! I just dropped a boat. Blue to blue iridescent glitter. It's very, very pretty. So I'm just swiping clean my boat. And I'm going to put some dip base. I was thinking maybe an all something new with Casita ombre over top, maybe. Where did my ombre brushes go? Great. Everything Everything has been disturbed for filming. Filming setup and live setup are very different. For me, at least. Ah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay. Boop. Tap, tap, tap. The pink brings out more of the purple flip on the blue, I think. It's interesting. Not sure I love it together like that. I mean, I love the purple. This purple and that pink are a pretty big favorite of mine. It's just with the iridescence, I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm vibing. Not vibing, but maybe better saved to have it next to it with just a few of these brought over. I don't know. So that's the thing with this color of glitter that I like. It's got a like almost a yellowy shift and then the blue purple shift. So it's kind of hard to see. So it can look weird over some colors and look really good over other colors. Might look better under too. That's an idea. I don't know. We'll see. Whew, it is so warm in here. Time for some water. Sorry, guys. I am very overheated. It's one of the side effects, too, of my medication. So, do not like. Sorry, Patty. Yeah, beers make me hot and tired as well. Oh, there's my tape. I did have my tape. Okay. So, if we wanted to do color blocking, we could. It's there. I think the space is done. It's too thick to use. Which is my fault because I'm a contaminator. All right. It's so pretty. Okay. Oh, that still has healing in it. I need to just clean that. Take them out and wash them tonight. All right. So we're just gonna line that up, line this up. Oop. Okay. There's a glitter in there. There we go. From my swatch party that I had last week. All right. Okay. And so, to look at them as I would be wearing them, and I might color block the thumb. Color block the thumb, and then we will just do a normal look here. I'm gonna do the glitters. Yeah, I'm gonna do casita there, and then we're gonna do something new here on these. Okay. So Cassandra makes these really beautiful, easy to use solids. But for me, to get the color payoff I want, means I just need to do usually 3 dips. So. Especially because I tend to be a pour over person. Especially if I'm trying to keep it thin. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. The diamond did not like that. Okay, fine. Be that way. That's why I probably don't like doing press-ons too, is that I am a pour-over person. So, and with press-ons, to some degree, it is just easier to dip it. Dip it good. Da, na, 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 na. Dip it good. Okay. A little bit more base. Oop, we got a glitter in there. I gotta get out. Boop. Oh. 2 layers. I've got my glove pinched. Right. Give me a little glitter. No one invited you to the party. Not this party, anyways. Yeah, we're having barbecue for dinner because it's hot and nobody wants to cook in the house. Yeah. We'll let somebody else do our cooking. And it's such a pretty color too. I love it. Now with my pinky, I try to be careful about how many layers and how I apply the layers because it is such a little nail. I got to be cautious. So I try to concentrate. I do 1 full layer and then I concentrate the other layers to be more centered so that I can just reduce the amount of filing necessary. Because again, I don't like filing on press-ons. So, yeah, no. I'm just wiping off the stand I was using because it got decimated with some dip. All right. Nope. There we go. And we're back. I'll do 1 last. I'm going to try to keep my base layers thin. And brush off my brush. Okay. All right. 3 layers on the pinky. 3 layers on our index. And this final layer on my index, I try to keep mostly centered and not quite to the back of the nail. Like, I don't mind hand filing a bit extra on my hand, but it's just such a hassle on press-ons. So. There we go. That's layer 3. Then some fuzz in here. Gotta have the fan going because it's so warm, but the fan is blowing around fuzzies, which is annoying. Very annoying. Okay. So that pink, again, is something new from the Encanto collection. And we're gonna do casita. Use a nice little stir. Where's my little spoony spoon? There. Nope, that's not it. There's my brushes. Good, they don't have Blossom gel. That's gonna be such a mess. Oh, dip spoons have wandered. There's one. There's one. All right. I still like to do pour over when I can as a first to get some of these tinier glitters down first to help build that base up of glitter. Okay. Again, don't touch acrylic or dip base with bare hands. It's just not a good idea. Been doing dip nails for 5 years now almost. And I may now have a sensitivity, which is going to make me very sad. I'm not going to call it an allergy. Just not. Because that would be the worst. Could just be my mast cell too. Yay, having Ehlers-Danlos. Having freaked out immune systems. All right. Okay. What is pour over layer of casita. And we're gonna go in and we'll do a flat lay. I got such good coverage on that I'm actually gonna do and just kind of dot my base around on the glitter, because I don't want to get like a whole nother nail full of glitter. I just want to kind of fill in any of the emptier spots and then maybe hand place some glitters. So, in an attempt to not make the layers too thick, that's what I do. And then kind of press down. Nudgy nudge. Okay. And then you can use a toothpick, you can use a orange wood stick, cuticles, cuticle sticks, tweezers, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. She's looking pretty good. What's in frame for Facebook Live, maybe not in frame for YouTube, so. There we go. That's Casita. She's so pretty. Got a little bit of a fuzz. All right. Go back in. This one. How is your swatching going, Britt? Oh, okay. Good night, Patty. Sorry I missed ya. Thanks for stopping by, though. And I will just give these a little bit of a press, moving what glitters I can back up onto the nail. And then if I need to, I can trim or file any glitters that poke off. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Such a pretty glitter. All right. Those are our glitter nails. Here's our solid. Let's see. So we got middle, ring, index. Okay. So then I'm going to color block the thumb. In a version of of this. All right. Good job, Britt. You are such a speeder. Speed swatcher. So I use a variety of things for my color blocking. I like washi tape, I like painter's tape, I like masking tape. Just depends what I can get and what widths to help make designing easier. So one trick is you want to make sure when you pick up your tape that you don't have acrylic on your fingers because it will interfere. Ah! So I'm attempting to do just a stripe down the center of the nail. I think I'm going to do something new. Normally I would do a glitter stripe, but maybe not today. Maybe I'll do something new. Haha. See what I did there? I made a pun. My husband would appreciate that. He's the king of puns. He loves them. Now, sometimes washi tape, it's not as sticky as like masking tape and painter's tape, so I just try to make sure I press it down really well because I don't want the dip base traveling under the tape, if at all possible. I just apply dip base as neatly as I can, but understanding that the tape is going to save me a lot. Aw. You gonna leave me, Britt? Yeah, my Friday night lives are getting quiet. So I'm not sure if I need to swap up the days. I have to take a look at it. I have to take a look at the schedule, see what I should do. I was gonna try experimenting with weeknights, but all of my nurses that work on the weeknights are changing their schedules and disappearing. Thursday, Friday night nurse disappeared. Nursing agency hasn't heard from him. They even tried calling his emergency contact and she didn't call them back. So I'm hoping he just decided that lifting Kieran was too much on his body, maybe. You gonna move on to a Manny? Okay, okay. That's fun. I like that. Mannies are fun. What colors are you thinking you're working with tonight? Boop. Right. It's so hot outside right now. Oh, cool, Britt. I can't wait to see what you do with that one. You already saw what I did. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up a little lumpy bumpy. And I'm going to carefully remove my tape. If you let it dry too long, you get, dang it, messy, torn edges, which is what I don't like about color blocking this way. But sometimes you can kind of press them down and use a file and get in there and put it back. And then if that doesn't work, I just go ahead and I will add a striping gel or striping tape to hide whatever raggedy mess I managed to make. But that looks pretty good. Not too bad. Okay. So then I will do one layer casita. Oh, I did this. Ah, I meant to do glitter on the outer edges. Grr. That was the whole point, was I was going to swap it up and do a solid on the center. Okay. Oh, well. We'll try something different. Okay. I can make it different in another way. See. This looks pretty just even being messy. Like, I could force all the glitters in, but I kind of like them just sort of spread out like that. So normally if I was just doing this as a stripe, I would just push in any extra glitters and remove any extra glitters hanging outside of the border. But what I was thinking about doing was I was going to see, since something new is a little see-through, I was tempted, and I'm still tempted, to do a layer of something new over casita. Yeah, totally on purpose. Totally on purpose. So I'm going to practice on the swatch stick we made and see before I commit to the bit. All right. I mean, as more, it is kind of pretty. Like, the more you put over it, the prettier it gets. It really does bring out that purple, which is what this shade of pink kind of does. And I love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I got a lot of green here. So I'm actually going to put the swatch stick over this one. And then I'm going to pour over something new. So I just want to see what it would look like underneath. I want to see what those glitters do peeping out through a semi-sheer dip. Or like jelly, kind of a jelly dip. Okay. It might look terrible. That's why we practice first. Or it might look really nice. It definitely hides a lot of the iridescence, but you do still get that purple through it. to let that set up before I decide how I feel. Give it a minute to dry. Put that back. And then once it dries, and then I activate it, and we'll see what we think. Earth. I'm starting so low on activator. I think I placed an order for some off of Amazon. I certainly tried to. It made it into my cart. Whether I actually hit buy, who knows? Yeah, like I love the way the blue glitters look under there, but I don't love the way the other glitters kind of look. But I love those blue. Like I just want to like take all the blue out and like mix it into something new. So that means we'll just keep it this way, which is fine. It's pretty anyway. It's pretty enough like this. It doesn't have to be even. But I am going to activate them. And then I will top coat them with gel. Okay. Instead of doing clear, I'm just going to top it with gel. Give that time to solidify. I'll come in here. Even at 3, it's still a pretty jelly dip. It's really beautiful though. I'm just dotting activator around. So I'm basically out. At least in my back room. Okay. Press, press. Check. Those hot paint glitters are so fun. Okay. So I'm gonna move my solids off because I'm going to use gel to cover these glitters. But I'm going to tighten up the sidewalls first. Ouch. I guess plug in my iPad because it seems to be dying. Ugh. Now I got another runaway glitter. Get that glitter out, out, out. Boop. Put our dip away. It's so easy to clean up with these dip boats. They're my favorite. I like the depth you can get. I like that you can tip it and get at an angle. It's how I did my press on, my French tips was with my flexi boats. Her glitter fluffed. Whee! I was hoping I'd get more of those little glitters to be visible when I did the glitter nails, but they were sunk to the bottom, I think. Now they're all over my my mat versus on the nail like I wanted. It's okay. All right. Boop. Those are clean. Get my gel out. And a wipe top coat. Darn it. I think I threw away the builder gel. Nope. Did I? No, it's here. Okay. So I tend to prefer to do a builder gel over my glitters when I encapsulate them. You can do a few layers of gel base, but I just prefer to use builder gel. It's thicker. It will go in between the glitters nice and easily, and then you can float it on top to give you that smooth look without having to do like 2 or 3 or 4 layers of base. I mean, yeah, of gel base. So, and then just like when I'm doing my actual builder gel nails, I will flip it upside down, allowing extra product to build the apex. And make it smooth and beautiful. Oh, man, that glitter, it's like magic. I just love it. I just love it. So, got my builder gel hung upside down. I'll pop it in my lamp before it hopefully flattens back out. Okay. Then we'll go in with the other nail. So I noticed there were some glitters sticking up. So I'm either going to press them down or remove them. So I just took them off there. I'm just going to cover our glitters. This is a very old builder gel. I am slowly making my way through my gel supplies of both HEMA-free and non-HEMA-free. Because if I'm doing them on press-ons, it's not quite as important for it to be HEMA-free. I just make sure I wear gloves and that I don't leave them on my fingers too long. Because I truly think gel has like an evoc off of it, kind of like paint. Because I've had fully cured, no gel on my finger press-ons, and then I've also reacted, depending on the brand. So everything is sus. Once in a while, I do have to do a couple layers of builder gel, depending on how wild I got with the glitters. I'm annoyed because I had this perfectly set up for Facebook last week, and it doesn't seem to be working the same this time. I keep going off camera, so I'm very sorry. If you have any questions, pop it in the chat. I will answer. Colors are Casita and something new. We're just doing our builder gel over our glitter. Nice thing too is that builder gel is softer than dip. So sometimes it, well, most of the time it makes it easier to file. Because clear is for strength. So if you encapsulate in clear, He's gonna be a strong nail. I just love those glitters. Ugh. So I have these really pretty white butterfly stickers that I might use. I'm gonna pull them out in a minute and we'll look at them. See what we think. But that's just so pretty. I just love the shine on those glitters. Ugh. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put these all on here. We'll shove those in the lamp. Make sure we get a nice even cure. Looks like I need to add a little bit more on this finger, which is fine. It's the one I thought I was gonna have to. So we'll just do a quick thin layer. And that should fix any of the issues. We're gonna move our builder gel upside down. And then I'm going to quickly, as I see a little pokey glitter coming through, we're just gonna build up that apex to cover up that pokey glitter. And hang them upside down. If you can, even going in the lamp upside down can be really helpful. But I don't have enough room in this lamp to do that. Okay. Just to make my life easy, one very thin layer of builder gel on top of the solid. We're either gonna do flowers, I think, or the butterfly, or both. Maybe we'll do both. Okay. All right. Popping those into our lamp. Ow! I smacked my head into the camera. The setup right now is a little ridiculous. That's okay. I forgot I had these. I want to try these again. I just want to try the stickers. I think I'm just gonna do the stickers. Pull those out. All right. They're, oh, I thought they were my white ones. These are actually a little bit of like a hollow to them. Interesting. It kind of matches the glitter. Ooh! Serendipitous that. I do like. Ow. Oh my gosh, Britt. So, I know you like to read books, sometimes of the spicy variety. So, I found this app, Gality, through the stupid Facebook advertising. An alpha novel, and they've got some really spicy books on there. Gality, you can read like as much as you want, I think for like $19.99 a week or a month or something. So I have been plowing through books on there. All right. So yeah, so here's the pink. We're going to wipe off the builder gel stick. Just got some spray alcohol, a lint-free wipe. Yes, so check out Gality on your device of choice. Lots of werewolf books. I've been enjoying those. And alpha billionaires, which, you know, are sometimes so hilariously overdone that I just laugh. And sometimes you're like, yeah, okay. All right. I'll pick up what you're putting down there. Okay. I want to see what the smallest butterfly is, which looks like it's this guy. Let's see how he looks. Boop. All right, so I like to use my pointy tweezers. You've been playing Paper Mario? That's cool. Yeah, Tom and I played that on the Switch. So I like these stickers, but like the phrases that are on them are always just bad English. Butterfly in dream. It's like, well, why not butterfly dream or butterfly in a dream? All right. So I'm going to be on that pinky, so I'm going to be facing that way, so I'm going to hit it this way. Ah! I want her flying away. Not really. There we go. Uh-oh. Kieran has been tired today, but absolutely refused to nap. So he's been a little bit of a spicy nugget today. Has not been helping my migraine. I'm like, oh, is this what the summer break's going to be like? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does not bode well. Okay, so I'm just taking in that side a little bit. It's the only downside to this tip style is they kind of square out the coffin from like where they think your natural nail is going to end. And, you know, I got to be different. I got teeny tiny nail beds. Move her back a little bit. Okay. So I'm just evening out the top because there was a little bit of a divot dent from where the builder gel met. That's a little bit of a buffy buff. Smooth that out. Then we're going to add another butterfly. This is the index. Here's our pinky. Here's our index. Okay, I like, there's multiple like wing styles on these butterflies too, which I like a lot. Like this one's got like more of a wispy wing almost, like a feather wing versus a bug wing, which is interesting. I kind of like the shape. Ouch. And my carpal tunnel is acting up again in my left hand, which has made gaming on my portable almost impossible. I did learn a new thing. Yeah, I got these on Temu, pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay. Whichever butterfly comes off first is the one I'm using. But I was watching reels or shorts, one of the two, and somebody was using to loom knit, which is a type of knitting that I learned when I was pregnant with Kieran. And they had basically a pen that they used to loop the yarn through and then use the pen to go around the loom pegs. And that might very well let me start knitting again, because my carpal tunnel was so bad that in a couple of rows I'd have to quit. And my attention span is bad enough that I don't need help walking away from a project. So I am kind of excited to give it a try and see if I can get back to knitting. It's just another way for me to relax, multitask while watching a movie with the hubs without him feeling like I'm not paying attention, because people without spicy brains don't necessarily understand the need to multitask. So I can have something like knitting again instead of my phone. It might help. Spicy brain. Spicy brain always getting me into spicy trouble. All right. All right, got that lift on that wing. Sorry, off camera, just fidgeting with the tweezers, trying to get the butterfly off. Boop. This one's gonna fly this direction. I'm just giving that a nice press and a rub to curve the sticker around the nail. And then I will top with gel base, seal them in. And then we'll go in with a top coat. Gel base, base coat, base coat. There we go. All right. So you want to kind of float your gel over the stickers, because if you go over too many times, sometimes the gel base will begin to seep under the stickers and undo their sticky, which is not helpful. Okay, she's looking pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna check the leveling on my glitters. I think the thumb could use one more layer of builder gel just down the center to even out those glitters. So when I file a little bit into it, it won't file into the actual glitters themselves. Oop. I get my little slippery layer, and then I just take and float down the center. Hopefully evening that out. And then turning upside down if I need to. Taking that layer up and sides. That's kind of where our glitters are hanging out. Okay. All right. Put that in the lamp. These look pretty good. I'm gonna rub. Okay. I'll wipe this off real quick. Got a little bit of texture. I think it's from the glitters that I kind of sprinkled on at the end. when I was cleaning up. We'll see. Wipey wipe. Yeah. That should be fine. I found these spray bottles at Five Below. So, quite stoked. Right. Took off the stickiness from the builder gel so I can tighten up these sides. Come under. And I hold it this way to sort of file the free edge. And I just buff it a little bit, smooth it out, and I will round back out the back of the nail, which gives a better transition to the cuticle. I'm going to take down the side walls. Make sure we get a nice, smooth, narrow fit. Got a little bit of hangover glitter, so I'm just coming under, holding the press on to the stand while I even out the underside. And come in and do the free edge. Buff down the whole thing. Again, I like to have these as centered as possible. So it lets me apply a little bit of pressure while I'm filing. But sometimes that dip powder will just get all over the sticky tab and make it very difficult. And then I always check the tips I'm using because I have round, curved cuticles, except for on my thumb. It's the only one that's got the flat cuticle. So I always try to make sure that my tips match that up, because otherwise it looks weird. I'm gonna have to swap stickies, I think. Just too annoying otherwise. I'm gonna just wipe off all the dust so that I can use my sticky tab and reapply it to the stand so I can file. All right. Sticky tab, sticky tab, sticky tabs. Where'd you go? Clean up my mess. The nice thing about using half of a little thing is that you don't go through them very fast. And I'm just gonna do my best to line this up in the center so So I have that. There we go. Much better. I can put a little bit of pressure in either direction and it won't tip over. Which makes me file better. I'm not a press-on professional, but these are slowly the things I'm discovering that make them easier for me. I'm sure Britt has more wisdom to add. Finishing up this inner part of the nail. I'm doing my best to get back the tapered coffin. And sometimes I will actually put these on and file them on my finger if it gets too difficult. This kind of depends on my mood for the day. I just prefer filing on my hand. Can't help it. All right. Wipe her off. I hear a cat somewhere. Big kitty was getting stressed out again. So we picked up some Fellaway for him, and I'm hoping it solves the problem because he went potty outside the box again. And then he was giving really sad meows. So hopefully this helps. It helped him when he was a kitten. It helped him when he was a teenager. He just gets a little nervous sometimes if there's a boy cat around, and I think our nurse has a boy cat. So I think he's been picking up on those pheromones. I think they've been making him upset, thinking he's being replaced. Or under threat. And I think because she has to bring her backpack in to the house. So I think that's what happened, because the night it happened, he was laying in her spot where she keeps her backpack. That has put a juicy base coat on to finish self-leveling. Then we've got these out. I think we're looking pretty good on the butterfly nails. I think I just need to buff the I think I just need to buff the thumbnail. So we'll top coat. We're gonna top coat our butterflies and then put them back in the lamp. This will also help protect them from any filing dust. Get them just sealed up and ready to go. All right. Yeah, those butterflies are pretty. We will top coat our glitter. I'm just using a Madam Glam gel top coat. She's a no wipe, a little bit of juicy juice. I tend to prefer a juicier top coat than a thinner top coat for most of my looks, but I do have a few thin top coats that I keep around just in case. Those are mostly for designs that I'm layering, because then I don't want it to add any extra thickness to the design. All right. So put those over there. They're done. And we're just gonna wipe off the inhibition layer. She gotta be thick with a triple C. Just like my booty. All right. I can feel one little glitter that's still kind of sticking out, but it's just gonna have to deal because I'm not gonna put more layers on. So yes, like I said, my thumbs tend to keep a more square cuticle, so I just leave the tip that way. I notice most of the thumb sizes on tips have square cuticles. And then as they get to the smaller sizes, they round out. Not all tips do that, but a lot of them do. Which I appreciate. So I'm just taking down that side. I have steep side walls. So I normally like a sculpted tip, but I'm not going for something super round, then I like to go with the flatter tips. Especially if I'm not putting them on my own nails. They're just going to be on as a press-on. Flatter is fine. I am curving the cuticle. Keep that shape. Coming underneath. I'm just getting some of that overhanging glitter. And then straightening out that free edge because it had glitters, so it's a little pokier. Okay. Ah! Man, I want these glitters in a white, but somehow so that the white doesn't trigger that yellow background. So I just want that purple blue because it reminds me of moonstone or labradorite. So maybe these glitters would be really pretty in a smoky gray. I could see that. Should be cute. Okay, so I'm just taking in, evening out that side. Trying to bring back that coffin shape. She got a little thick right there. I can just look down the barrel of the nail. Make sure I like her shape. And I need to curve the free edge a little bit more. Brushy brush. All right. For some top coat. Okay. Glitter reveal. So pretty. Oh, I got a fuzzy somehow. Rude. Glitter is so pretty. Let's shift. All right. And we are done. As soon as that cures, we are done. Yeah, I gotta make sure that I clean off this fan. I just always forget when it comes time to dust. I'm sure this room is just a mess. I need to get all of my stuff straightened back out so I can come in here and do a big dust. Yeah, the glitter casita is, or the something new. All right. I'm gonna have to soak my tweezers in acetone to get the acrylic off of them. All right. Thumb, pinky, index, middle, and ring. So this is our set that we did. She's pretty cute. I like her. Even with all my dithering at the beginning, we finished pretty quick, which is good because my headache's coming back. Whee! I gotta go take some Ubrelvy and see if it helps. Sparkle, sparkle. Sparkle, sparkle. Might be why I'm a fan of trolls too. Lady Glitter Sparkle. She my favorite. Yeah, Isabella is really gorgeous. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, Britt. Send me a preview of the set that you're working on. I want to see. Thanks, babe. Me too. We're supposed to go to the zoo on Sunday. So I need my brain to be less spicy. Less spicy, please. All right, love. Thanks so much for hanging out. Our Friday nights are getting quiet. Might have to do a shake-up. We'll see. We'll see. Have a good night, babe. Bye. Figure out exiting on YouTube. It's a little bit different. All right. And nope. Let's share. I don't need to share my live. I need to end my live. Anyways, here's the... Geez, yeah, the camera's way off on this. Here's the final set that we did. Get photos of that later. Have a great night.